Hey, Daniela here, and welcome to Spa Marketing School. This is a series brought to you by Atto Aesthetics, where we share tips and tricks to help make your business more profitable. Now, today we are diving into YNAB. You need a budget, YNAB. This is a personal finance software that we actually use for business to help us implement profit first. Now, Profit First is a cash flow management strategy. It was first popularized by Mike Michalowicz, who is the author of Profit First. He's been on our podcast a couple of times, so check those episodes out if you have not listened to them already. Now, we took Mike's teachings and we kind of put our own little spin. We looked at, how we recommend going through and using Profit First in your spa. So what I want to do today is show you a behind the scenes of what YNAB looks like and how you would actually use it. Now, the reason that YNAB is so critically important is because you most likely have a bookkeeper. You may have a CPA, someone giving you your financial statements every single month. And that's amazing. You absolutely need that in your business, but that's looking at what has already happened. In order to understand where you're at right now in the month, you've got to understand and manage cash flow. If you've ever been in a situation where you're like, gosh, my financial statements say I have all this money left over, but I look at my bank account and it looks like nothing's in there. YNAB will solve that problem for you. YNAB will help you to see where you're overspending or underspending, or if you're have areas that, it'll help you to understand your exact expenses for the month. All right, so let me go ahead and share my screen. So this is what YNAB looks like when you open it up. Now, this is an example account. And so there's not any bank accounts that are added to this, okay? But when you open up YNAB, when you start YNAB, you are going to connect your business bank account and also your business credit card, okay? And those transactions are going to funnel into YNAB, where you are going to categorize them. Now, we have set up these categories inside of here. So profit, which we believe should be 15%, tax, which is approximately 15%, payroll, which is 40%, and operating expense, which is 30%. So what we're looking at here is these are benchmarks. Okay. So depending on like for tax, that's going to depend on your household income. And that's something that you should be working with your CPA, your financial advisor, to understand what your tax percentage should be. So when you do your taxes at the end of the year, then have your CPA say, what percentage should I be setting aside of top line revenue to ensure that I have enough money set aside for my tax liability. Okay. So that can be for your quarterlies, your state taxes, if you're paying sales tax directly, if your software is not paying sales tax for you, you want to categorize all of those things. Okay. And this might be higher, it might be lower. It's going to, again, depend on your household income, the structure of your business, etc. Your payroll, we always want at 40% or less. Your operating expenses, I want to keep at 30% or less. And then profit is going to be, the goal is 15%. Now, if you have a 30% payroll or a 20% operating, you can add 10% to the profit account, right? So we've broken it up in these different categories. I think emojis make everything more fun. So we've added emojis into these different categories. So operating expense, we have broken into overhead, cost of goods, technology, professional development, and professional services. And then your credit card will be linked up here at the bottom as the amount that'll go towards your credit card payment. Okay. And what you see here at the top of each category is a holding tank. So there's a profit holding tank, a tax holding tank, a payroll holding tank, and then an OPEX holding tank. Okay. So when money comes in, so if you're using Stripe or Square or whatever payment processor you're using, and it's going to deposit the money into your business bank account, when that money comes in, you're going to categorize it as inflow ready to assign. And I go through and I do this every Monday as a part of my financial routine. I will go and categorize the different expenses. You may have a category that you want to add. There may be one that you don't need, but I'll put it in there. I'll categorize them. And then with the inflow ready to assign, I will use a calculator. This is a calculator that we created where you just put in the number. So let's say for the week, you had $6,861.80 come into your bank account. This will be on the inflow ready to assign. All you have to do is type in that number, and it's going to automatically break it into your percentages. So then you're going to put $1,029.27 into your profit account, $2,744.72 into your payroll account, etc. Right? So you're going to see these different numbers. And then you are actually going to fund your quarterlies, your state, and your sales tax through the holding tank. Okay. So this gets you to see a visual. So if you never have any money in the holding tank and you're always trying to get these full, then we know that you're overspending in a particular category. Okay. So this is an overview. I hope that this sparks your interest. We do have a link to join YNAB, and it's our referral link. So when you use our referral link, you're going to get a free 34-day trial. Plus, you get 1 month free if you sign up for this software. Now, this is a really inexpensive software. It's less than $100 for the entire year. And the amount of clarity that it gives you in how to utilize all the different cash flow and understand where your money is actually going, it is life-changing in business. So highly, highly encourage you to get signed up with YNAB. It will make a world of difference. All right. Thanks so much for listening, and I can't wait to catch you on the next episode.